Asunta Basterra appeared to be a child born into a life of rare privilege. Surrounded by culture, education, and opportunity, she seemed protected by a loving and successful family. But beneath this carefully maintained image lay a disturbing reality, one that would later expose a crime so shocking it would leave an entire nation struggling to understand how it could happen. Born in China, Asunta was adopted as a baby by a wealthy Spanish couple. Her mother, Rosario Porto, was a respected lawyer, while her father, Alfonso Basterra, worked as a journalist with a deep interest in literature and intellectual life. To friends, neighbors, and the public, they represented the picture of sophistication and stability. Asunta herself was exceptionally bright. She excelled academically, studied music, played the piano, and impressed teachers with her intelligence. From the outside, her life seemed almost flawless. That illusion shattered in September 2013 when Asunta suddenly disappeared. Her parents told police that she had left the house one evening and never returned. A frantic search followed. Media outlets flooded the story, and the country watched anxiously, hoping the missing child would be found alive. But the following day, those hopes were brutally destroyed. Asunta's body was discovered beside a rural road, hidden among trees. She was small, fragile, and lifeless. Early evidence indicated she had endured extreme suffering before her death. The murder of a child, especially one from a family that appeared so loving, sent shockwaves across Spain. Investigators initially considered kidnapping, but the case quickly took a darker turn. A forensic examination revealed that Asunta had been given a powerful sedative, one rarely prescribed to children. Even more disturbing was the discovery that traces of the same drug had been found in her system multiple times over the months leading up to her death. This was not a single mistake or accident. It suggested long-term, deliberate sedation. Suspicion soon turned toward the parents. Detectives noticed inconsistencies in their statements, gaps in their timeline, and behavior that did not align with their claims. A rope found near Asunta's body was linked to their home. CCTV footage and mobile phone data contradicted key details of their story. Slowly, the image of a grieving family began to crumble. As the investigation unfolded, media scrutiny intensified. Rosario Porto was portrayed as highly intelligent yet emotionally distant. Reports emerged of her mental health struggles, including past suicide attempts. Alfonso Basterra appeared passive and withdrawn, often described as living under his wife's shadow. Public opinion shifted rapidly, and the question grew louder: were these parents victims of tragedy or its architects? The trial revealed a chilling narrative. Prosecutors argued that Asunta had been systematically drugged, rendered defenseless, and killed with clear intent. The injuries on her body showed she had been helpless in her final moments. The defense insisted there was no direct proof and claimed the media had poisoned the jury. But the forensic, digital, and circumstantial evidence formed a devastating picture. What horrified the public most was the betrayal at the heart of the case. The same people who had chosen to adopt Asunta, nurture her talents, and present themselves as devoted parents were now convicted of ending her life. In 2015, the court found both Rosario Porto and Alfonso Basterra guilty of murder, ruling that the killing was premeditated and merciless. Each received a lengthy prison sentence. Yet even then, the tragedy did not fully end. While in prison, Rosario Porto's mental health continued to decline. Years later, she took her own life, reopening wounds and reigniting debate about what truly drove the crime: control, psychological illness, or a deeply hidden family breakdown. The story of Asunta Basterra is more than a true crime case. It is a devastating reminder that appearances can deceive, that privilege does not guarantee safety, and that the greatest dangers can exist within the walls of a seemingly perfect home. Asunta's life was short, but her story left a lasting scar on Spain and a haunting question that still lingers today: how could such cruelty remain hidden for so long behind the smile of a child?